Good morning, bonjour, and welcome everyone. My name is John Fleming. As Council Chair of the College Council, it is my privilege to oversee today's annual meeting. Notice having been given and quorum being present, I'm pleased to call this meeting to order. Let me extend a warm welcome to the 2023 annual meeting of the Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers. The annual meeting in Education Day, also known as AHMED, is part of the Glenda MacDonald Educational Series, which is named in honor of the college's founding registrar. Glenda was unwavering in her support of lifelong learning and education, and we once again dedicate this event to her memory. This year's AHMED is a one-day event with the keynote address following the annual meeting this morning and 4 educational sessions in the afternoon. The theme of this year's event is Making the Connection, Accountability and Professionalism and Public Protection. For the college, connecting regulatory excellence with public protection is always top of mind. The past year has brought many opportunities to make this connection in a new way, as we engaged in a challenging and rewarding governance review process. This year's AHMED theme reflects this intentional shift towards an even greater focus on public protection. Indeed, today's sessions highlight the connection between the college's mandate of public protection and social workers and social service workers' relationship with the communities they serve. Before I share some of the college highlights from the past year, I would like to take some time to reflect upon the past, present, and future of the land on which we are gathered today. I am not indigenous. I am of settler colonial ancestry, and like many other uninvited settler people, I have benefited greatly from living on the land of what is now called Canada. I am very aware of my privilege. Please note that we have posted the college land acknowledgement as a PDF on the virtual portal. As registrants attending the AHMED from all corners of the province, I invite each of you to take some time today to personally reflect upon the histories and current circumstances of the land where you live. All settlers have a responsibility to consider what it means to acknowledge the history and ongoing legacy of colonialism. The Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers is on the occupied land of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Chippewa, and other Anishinaabeg nations, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. Vantage Venues, where we are hosting our meeting, is in the Dish with One Spoon territory, which is a treaty between the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee that binds them to share the area and protect the land in the spirit of community. Other Indigenous nations, early European settlers, and all newcomers to Ontario have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. Under this treaty, we are all responsible for caring for each other and the land. Today, the province of Ontario is home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. Each nation is unique in their worldviews, language, histories, current position, and future accomplishments. This acknowledgement is a reminder that colonialism is a current and ongoing process, and we are and remain committed to continue to engage in this important work within our regulatory context. A land acknowledgement is a first step, not an endpoint. The college is actively working on building meaningful relationships with Indigenous communities and individuals in the spirit of partnership, collaboration, truth, and reconciliation. We are doing so as part of our public protection mandate to better serve Indigenous people living in Ontario and to support registrants who are not Indigenous in improving their cultural competency when they are working with Indigenous clients and communities. And finally, before we move on to today's meeting, I invite you all to join me in reflecting on the many individuals, families, and communities who have suffered and who continue to experience great pain because of Canada's shameful residential school system, and to contemplate how each of us, in our own way, can commit to moving toward truth and reconciliation. To all who are walking with us on this journey of learning and unlearning, I say miigwech. I'm pleased to announce that Michael Parza, Minister of Children, Community and Social Services, has provided a video message to welcome you all to the 2023 annual meeting. Michael Parza was appointed Minister of Children, Community and Social Services in March of 2023. He also served as Associate Minister of Housing from June 22 until March of 23. Minister Parza was elected as the MPP for the riding of Aurora Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill in 2018.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for inviting me to speak at your annual meeting and Education Day. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, I want to thank you for the important work you do to improve the lives of the people you serve. There are more than 27,000 social workers and social service workers across our province providing critical support to many of Ontario's most vulnerable residents. And while that work is vital and often life-saving, it also comes with a deep responsibility towards the people you care for. And that's why the College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers is vital to protecting the public. Your oversight and diligence are key to helping ensure that social services are delivered with professionalism, compassion, and expertise. Your commitment to improvement through inclusion and education continues to strengthen communities and service providers across our province. Every individual has the right to be treated with dignity and respect, and the college helps to protect that right for Ontarians. So thank you again for everything that you do, and please accept my best wishes for a productive and enjoyable annual meeting.
I would like to thank Minister Parza for providing opening remarks for today's annual meeting. I would also like to thank our colleagues from the professional associations who do such important advocacy work for the professions of social work and social service work. Deepi Sur, CEO of the Ontario Association of Social Workers, and Matthew Carroll, President of the Ontario Social Service Workers Association. And finally, I want to extend my sincere thanks to the current members of the College Council and to several non-council committee members. All of these individuals work very hard and perform crucial functions to assist the college in meeting its statutory obligations and regulatory objectives. Public members of the council, in addition to me, are Chisanga Chekwe, Molly Liu, Vera Mercier, Carrie McEachran, and Alexia Polillo. The registered social service workers on council are Amanda Betancourt, Charlene Cruz, Judy Gardner, Mukesh Kalesar, Sue Ellen Merritt, Mandy Olson, and Sandy Sidsworth. And the registered social workers are Sanjay Govindaraj, Christopher McIntosh, Marina Reed, Candace Snake, Elaine Tanner, Beatrice Traub-Warner, and Darrell Williams. The non-council members who serve on statutory and non-statutory committees are Social Work Registrants Derek Chichok, Delia Sinclair-Frigo, Yusra Osman, Lisa Seaborn, Rita Silverthorne, Sandra Southwind, and Natasha Young, and Social Service Work Registrants Greg Clark, Kit Leung, and Brian Sanglo. Thank you all once again for your dedication and hard work. Miigwech. On behalf of the College Council, I will now report briefly on some of the highlights from the college's activities in 2022. Perhaps most significantly, we are very proud to have embarked upon a journey of governance review and transformation. This began last spring when College Council and senior staff took part in governance training, which closely examined our structure, our policy, and processes. Good governance is the framework that ensures that regulatory colleges like ours operate in an environment of continuous improvement and are well positioned to make decisions in the public interest. In this sense, it is fundamental to the college's ability to fulfill its public protection mandate. Following the governance training, consultants Harry Caton and Deanna Williams presented their governance report and its 21 recommendations to College Council. The Council approved a draft action plan developed by the Governance Committee, and many significant decisions were made, most of which have been or are in the process of being implemented. Two such recommendations relate to language, switching from member to registrant to make clear the college's role as a regulator rather than an association, and changing from council president to council chair to better define the responsibilities of the role as one of effectively chairing meetings. Another recommendation that has been implemented relates to the transition from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Task Group to the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. This decision highlights the college's ongoing commitment to and the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion work and truth and reconciliation. A task group can be disbanded when it achieves its goal, while a committee has an ongoing role. 3 other governance recommendations have been referred to the new committee for further work. That transition to a full council committee underscores the council's commitment to this important work. Implementation of the governance recommendations lays the foundation for future regulatory innovation and modernization at the college and is an important achievement. Beyond the governance review, the college continued to make significant progress in relation to its strategic plan priorities last year, and we will continue our efforts into 2023. This year marks the end of the current strategic plan, and we are looking forward to developing a new one for 2024 and the years beyond. In addition to the transition to the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, we also made meaningful progress in relation to the Equity and Inclusion Data Initiative. Lise will be providing additional details on this initiative in her registrar's report. We also engaged with all college stakeholders as part of the ongoing review of the college's standards of practice, ensuring that the minimum standards which guide registrants' practice reflect societal changes and current practice in both professions. The extensive consultations that were part of this review included qualitative interviews with registrants, service users, and caregivers, and an online survey for registrants and other stakeholders, including employers. The revisions include gender-neutral pronouns, a greater focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, simplified language, and further clarification on some topics in response to feedback from the first phase of registrant and stakeholder consultations. The college continues to work with government stakeholders and strengthen our relationships. We are very pleased to have an ongoing and positive relationship with the Minister of Children, Community and Social Services and their staff, as well as the ministry. I would like to express my appreciation to the former Minister, Marilee Fullerton, for her support, and we look forward to engaging with Minister Parza. We have also engaged with the Ministry of Health in relation to our work and our registrants' important role in meeting the combined challenges of health human resources in Ontario and the provision of mental health services. These relationships ensure that the college is included in health and social policy consultations and discussions. Last year, we worked with other regulatory colleges whose registrants will be able to use behavioral techniques in their practice under the new regulatory framework for applied behavioral analysis in Ontario, collaboration which continues this year. The college continues to engage actively with the regulatory community, both nationally and internationally. As Council Chair, I sit with the Registrar and CEO on the Canadian Council of Social Work Regulators Board of Directors, and am a delegate at meetings of the Association of Social Work Boards, known as ASWB. The Registrar currently sits on the Association of Social Work Boards Workforce Coalition and CCSWR's Anti-Racist Regulatory Practice Working Group, along with Mukesh Kalesar, a member of the college's executive committee. Lise was also a member of the Canadian Council of Social Work Regulators' Child Welfare Working Group last year. The registrar was elected for a second term to the board of directors of the Council on Licensure, Enforcement and Regulation, known as CLEAR, last year, chairs the Executive Leadership Committee for a second year, and is a faculty member for the Executive Leadership Program. In 2022, the Deputy Registrar was selected as a member of the board of the Canadian Network of Agencies for Regulation. The college is committed to the ongoing growth of the regulatory sector and engaged regularly throughout 2022 with stakeholders and other regulators to provide important feedback. Last year, the college provided input on regulatory policy, scopes of practice, and revised standards of practice from various regulators, including the College of Dietitians of Ontario, the College of Kinesiologists of Ontario, and the College of Occupational Therapists of Ontario. I'm extremely proud of all that College Council and staff accomplished last year. Our efforts and dedication have maintained the college's position as a respected leader in the regulatory sector. As many of you may know, Lise Betteridge, College Registrar and CEO, has announced her pending retirement effective at the end of July this year. At this, her last Ahmed, I would like to take a moment to thank Lise and recognize her for her exceptional leadership, provincially, nationally, and on the international level. Lise, I wish you great happiness in the next chapter of your life. I'm sure you will all join me in congratulating Lise. I also want to extend my thanks to all college registrants. Each of you has made a difference in the lives of the individuals and communities that you serve. Everything the college does comes down to ensuring that the public is served by social workers and social service workers who are committed to providing professional, ethical, qualified, and accountable care. With Council, I look forward to continuing our journey, learning and unlearning, and embracing the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you.